Hello you beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. I am Charlie Zena if this is your first time here. And in today's video, okay you guys, it's a little bit embarrassing, but I was just experimenting with my natural hair today and decided, okay, let me record this process and see how it goes, just in case it turns out nice. So this is actually how my hair turned out. I don't know, you guys can let me know if this was a fail or not, but this is my hair after I attempted to do some Flexi Rod curls in it. But hopefully you guys can see what I did, see what I tried, and drop some feedback in the comments for me. Now I'll be honest, I did something slightly different that I've never seen before. I don't know what drove me to try to do my Flexi Rod set like this. If you're interested in just going on this natural hair exploration journey with me, then consider subscribing to the channel, because I do a lot of just trying shit on my hair. I am no professional, though everybody seems to think I am. So without further ado, you guys, let's just get into this video. Alright you guys, so I'm basically having a moment where I'm like, I don't know what I want to do with my hair. So like right now, it actually doesn't look too bad, which is kind of funny because I just washed my hair, I did like a condition and everything, and leave it, and I kind of just like went like this with it. I did this, and then I put it in basically like 2 clips like this, and I just let it air dry like that for like 2 days because I didn't have a clue what I wanted to do with my hair. And today I just kind of took them out, and it looked okay. So I mean, who knows, maybe that could be a style for me one day. But again, I still wanted to figure out how to actually do something to my hair. So like right now it looks pretty cute or whatever, but I have plans to put some Flexi Rods in my hair. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I just really just struggle, like, okay, what do I want to do with my hair next, right? Like, so for example, when one hairstyle is done and it's over with, you're like, okay, what's next? It's not like you could just redo the same hairstyle. For some reason, like, I just feel like I have to do something different. So I need to have a bunch of hairstyles in rotation. No lie though, right now, this is kind of a cute style. Like, this is actually like a cute style. I guess you could call this a wash and go, but not really because there's no gel. It's basically just leave-in conditioner. It doesn't look too bad, but I had already decided that I'm gonna be trying out some Flexi Rods for my next hairstyle. So we're gonna do Flexi Rods, and I'm only gonna be using 2 products, and one of those products is gonna be water. And the second product that I'm gonna be using is some thick butter by this black-owned brand called For Us Hair Skin on Instagram. They have this really cool thick butter, and they also have a nice hair oil that I'm not gonna be using because I'm actually going to be trying out that no oils in my hair. So I don't know, do you guys use oils in your hair? Because I decided that I think I want to take a break from putting oils in my hair and kind of just see how that goes. There's been a lot of talk on Reddit about why we shouldn't put oil in our hair. I actually stopped putting oils in my hair probably about 2 to 3 weeks ago. I would have to say I feel like with oil, putting oil kind of does thin my hair out a little bit, and I want my hair to grow thicker again, so I am going to refrain from using oils, and I'm just going to use that thick butter and some water. I don't want my hair to be too wet when I do this hairstyle, but you do need to put you need to have some moisture in there for the thick butter. I did detangle my hair in the shower when I washed it, so it's already pretty detangled. And I'm just gonna throw a couple of Flexi Rods in there and kind of see what I can do. Give myself a little bit of a trim as well. Get rid of those split ends. If you've seen my videos before, you've seen that I always put Jamaican black castor oil and water in my hair, but this time I'm going to hold off on that. I think what I actually want to do is twist it a little bit. Twist it and then just twist these on. So I kind of just twisted it and then rolled it up and just put it in there. Not sure what kind of curls that's gonna give me, but that's what I'm going to do here. I'm not gonna do like the flattening of it. I don't think I want to do that look. Oh my god, you guys. I actually did try Flexi Rods in my hair before, but what happened was when I took it out, right, it had the nice curl, like the Flexi Rod curl and everything, and it was super cute, except I did not yet know how to separate the curl and like fluff it out, so it kind of just looked kind of dead, kind of flat, and I didn't really like it, and I had never tried Flexi Rods since then. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys basically once more how I put this in, and then I'm going to do the rest of the head off camera, and I'm going to show you what it looks like when my full head is done. I'm going to wet it with some water from the roots. Definitely want to get my roots moisturized. So again, like I did wash my hair, I put leave-in conditioner and just let it kind of dry. And I did a little bit of clipping of my ends as well, just because it needed it. I saw so many split ends and I was like, oh no, like you guys gotta go. And just right now I'm looking like, okay, great. Like I'm so happy I cut those ends because it just makes the whole detangling process super easy. My hair is getting pretty lengthy. Going back in with my thick butter. In the roots, on the ends, and I am actually twisting it first. I don't know why I'm choosing to do this, but I just am. I'm gonna twist it not too much and then wrap that around from the end and then kind of curl it up. And not really curling it. I'm trying to curl like each twist is not really laying on top of each other. So and then kind of fold it in. So that's 3 there. I'm gonna do the rest off camera and I'll be right back to show you what the finished install looks like. Alright, so I actually have just one more piece left, and as I was doing this I realized how fast it is. Like it's faster than doing twists. It's just so quick. And for that reason, I very well, and honestly, to be honest, you guys, anything that's super fast, I love it. When I did my wash and go, I realized how fast it was, how much faster it was than doing a twist out. Like I feel like a twist out, it just takes long, like twisting it takes more time. But that's it. So this is my install here really quick, guys. I feel like it's gonna turn out really well as long as I make sure it's completely dry before I take these out. Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let these dry and we'll be back when it's time to take them down. Alright you guys, so it is actually the next day, and the reason why I waited till the next day is because I wanted to make sure my hair was completely dry. For me, I don't know, but that's like rule number 1. So I'm pretty excited for this takedown just because I did like that twisting method and then I curled them up to a Flexi Rods. I don't know guys, but I've never actually done that before. Something just told me to do that. So with that being said, I have absolutely no idea how this is gonna turn out, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it turns out really well. I also have my handy dandy pick, which I will be using to make sure I get the volume that I want, the shape that I want. So I'm gonna take some of this olive oil nourishing sheen spray, and I'm just gonna first spray this lightly, not too much, all over. All right, so in my eyes, I guess that wasn't too much, I don't know. I think that was a fair amount. And I'm also gonna do, I know I said I wasn't gonna be putting oil in my hair anymore, but with this, it's not like I'm really putting oil in my hair. I feel like that wasn't like, okay, yeah, I put oil in my hair, whatever. What I always do with any type of takedown is I make sure I oil my fingertips just so I'm not causing any breakage. I'm gonna start from the back and we're gonna see what this looks like, you guys. I'm so excited. I have no idea what this is gonna turn out like. So I think I'm gonna first start with just taking them out before I do any separating. With my takedown strategy, I'm kind of unraveling it a little bit and then kind of just pulling it off. So hopefully, okay. So I don't want it to destroy the actual curl. This is literally like my second time trying Flexi rods. I did do a video where I did Flexi rods on like my straight hair, where I was actually trying to revive a silk press without any heat, and I just kind of put Flexi rods in it to see what it would do. But I don't really count that. Okay, so first off, I don't know, I'm loving how these curls feel. They actually feel so moisturized and healthy. They feel really good. So I am feeling hopeful. I mean, the main test is when it's time to separate and fluff them. That's the real test. Interesting, some of my hair is still wrapped on these, which is like, maybe that was just split ends. I have yet to try the perm rod sets. I don't have a set, but those curls actually come out way different than when you're doing Flexi rods, and I was like, okay, like that's a different look. I don't know, I may have to try that one. For me, it seems like that thick butter that I used worked really well for moisturizing my hair. But now I'm gonna go back from the back and I am going to start separating. Now I'm a little bit nervous because I have no idea. So I'm just gonna kind of untwist it and then, okay, watch me struggle, watch me struggle. I don't know how good of an idea that twisting thing was, but okay. So far, I'm loving the curl that I'm getting. You guys see this? Okay. And really, I just want to make sure my ends don't frizz up. My hair feels so soft, you guys. I would have to really say thank you to that For Us Hair Skin Thick Butter. Okay, and it looks really nice. Like it kind of drops down really nicely. Guys, my hair, one, looks pretty lengthy. I like that. But two, it feels so soft. I feel like when I do put oils in my hair, it feels a lot thinner. So I had a friend back in 5th grade who told me that she would put baby oil in her hair, and her hair was so long and dark and shiny. Mind you, she was of Indian descent, so you know that could be a lot of genetics, but for some reason I thought, okay, maybe that's what I need to do to get my hair to look like that. And so I had put oil in my hair, and I'm not gonna lie, I put baby oil in my hair and it actually would make my hair more manageable, if that's a good word to use. When I say that, I mean it just was easier for me to detangle, it was easier for me to comb out, but I think overall it actually just made my hair a lot thinner. I'm probably gonna stick to the no oils regimen for quite some time, just to see if I see any real progress on making my hair thick again. I'm like, whose hair is this? Okay, so right now my hair is looking so like short. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of really just hate it when my hair looks super short like this. Like I know I have a lot of length and the shrinkage or even just the curls, none of it is really showing. This is one of those moments where I'm like, oh my God, like I really just want to stretch my hair with some heat just to get the little bit more volume, but the little bit more length. But you know what I'm gonna do, you guys? I'm gonna resist that urge. If you have those urges, guys, try and resist them, because at the end of the day, our hair is still beautiful, whether it's super big, whether it's short. And I'm just gonna try my best to use this pick to get as much volume as I want. It's probably not gonna give me the length that I want, but volume will, I'll take volume over the length. So, with any picking method, I like to start from the back without putting too much tension here. And honestly, the tension probably won't be too bad, because that might help me get a little bit, oh, I feel like I have a whole section I didn't separate. So I just lifted up the front and I'm gonna pick up from the back. Just the roots. I'll also pick back here a little bit because I like to have, actually I'm gonna start just a little bit like that. Most of what I do on this channel is try new things with my natural hair and experiment literally live on camera. So a lot of this stuff is not like, oh, let me show you exactly how to do this because this is exactly what's gonna work for you. I mean, some of it is my greatest tips, but a lot of this is just trying things and seeing what works for me in real time, and basically you guys can kind of see if you want to try it as well. I'm gonna do a little bit of zhuzhing that also doubles as a scalp massage. If I continue to pick it anymore, I'm just gonna pick out all my curls, which of course we want to keep the curls. So I'm gonna close it here and say that this is the finished look, and sometimes it looks better the next day. I'll actually come back tomorrow so that you guys can see basically what it looks like the next day. Alright you guys, so I'm back. It's the next day, and essentially I put my hair in this high pony in order to sleep. I put a bonnet on my head, so I'm just gonna undo this. Alright. It always kind of looks like this in the morning, and you kind of have to give it some time to let gravity do its thing. Before I had like a no part, I kind of had it like falling all in front of my face, but I am very much more comfortable with a side part. So all I'm gonna do is take my hands, try and stretch the curls out a little bit and kind of get them to go in the direction that I want. I swear, I always feel like the curls just look better the next day. So you guys, that brings us to the end of this video. Don't forget to leave me a big thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.